Hi ladies, Elsa here. I'm gonna work on that squash book, the Twilight inspired book that some of you bought the kits. Thank you very much for that. Um, let's put it together. And since this is YouTube, I have to work really fast. So the strip that came in with your kit measures a little bit under 3 inches by 11 and a half. Okay, and I'm going to start with that so the glue will be drying and it'll be easier to work with. Now, what you're going to do with the strip is you're going to fold it in half. Okay, then this is where it's folded in half like this. Take this top part and just fold it over. Okay, just like you're doing a, now you have a little triangle. Okay, now fold this over onto itself again so that you have this. Okay, so like this, in half, like this, and then you're going to take this back so you have a square. So it's almost like you're folding it like this. I guess you could do that first. You could do this in half and then in half again and then fold this over. I think that's easier than what I was trying to do first. Okay, so let's glue these down, not these two flaps but the two inside ones. Let's glue them down. Like that. Okay, and the reason that I did this is because I didn't have double-sided paper that went with this theme. So this is just one-sided, but I still wanted to be able to use it. So this is what I came up with. Okay, now, and with the paper that, with all the pieces that you received in your kit, you should have 4 that have the different die cut from the others. Your other ones look like this, have this flat thing, and then you have 3 that have this little floral. Okay, those is what we're going to use for this. Okay, so take the 2, any 2 that you prefer, and these are going to go inside these little squares. If they are bigger than the working area, you can trim some of it off. No, the other direction. Okay. Me and this camera are going to fight. We're never bright, and I know that I make you all dizzy. So I'm going to trim a little bit of this off. Just a little bit, making sure that you don't cut the design itself. Just so it fits better in here, see? So let's glue this down. And after I put my glue there, I run it off to the edges with my finger, and that puts glue on these areas to making it tacky. Instead of trying to put it with the glue itself, sometimes it leaks out. I hope that made sense. Okay, so there's one. Now I'm going to take something that's totally contrasting and put it on the other side. This one also needs trimming. I never know. Where is this? So I need to go right there. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now you should have something that looks like this, almost like a little book. And then this. Right here, you should have a square. Just a regular square where all my pieces. That does not have any die cuts to it. Like this. It should just be a solid square with nothing on it. This is what we're going to put right in the center of this paper. Just like that. Okay? Now on this side, you're going to put the other red one right here, or whichever color that you chose. And I'm going to trim it also. Go right there. Okay, so this is what you should have. And then this is the part that's going to fold to make that triangle. Like that. Okay, let's put that as, aside now. Now, for our, how to put the book together, I'm just going to do it off of this because my book's already made, but just in case you haven't seen my other video, what you do, you can have your 6x6 piece of paper right here. You are going to fold it in half once, and then open it, and then fold it in half the other way. So now you have this per se. Okay, so fold in half here, open it, fold it in half here. So now you have a cross, and now fold it diagonally. Okay, you're going to do that to all three pieces. So that's one. Once again, fold it in half this way, fold it in half this way, and then you fold diagonally. Just one diagonal fold, okay? You fold it in half, fold in half, and then you fold diagonally. Okay, so in essence, you have this. This is what it'll look like. You will have folded there, you will have folded here, and you will have folded here. Those are the folds that you should have. Half, half, and diagonal. Okay, so now, when you fold these like this, these two folds right here are going to come up and meet with each other like this. It's like they're kissing. Okay, bring these two lines to meet with each other like this, and then fold them out, and it does this. See, that's what you did. Put them down, bring this up, and fold it down. Okay, so now you have this. Okay, you're going to do that with all three of them. Fold that in half. Your two diagonal lines right here, right there, these two diagonal lines, bring your center down, bring those two lines to meet with each other, then pull them out. You're doing this right there, so it looks like this. You're working with cardstock, so it'll be a lot easier than with flimsy paper. And then this is going to come down like this. And use your bone folder to make it do what you want it to do. Okay, so now you have two of those. One more time. The center, these, another way is you can put your finger on those fold lines and your thumb and your forefinger on the other side while that is down like that, and kind of cuff them like this to where that you get them like you're pinching them, and then you bring them in. You just need to make sure that your paper's, like I said, cooperating. You'll be it'll be a lot easier with chipboard. Okay, so you bring them in, you pinch these in, bring them in like this, and then you fold this down. So you have that, and then you just fold it down. Okay, I don't know if that just made matters worse or not. Okay, so now that your three pieces are done like this, you're going to take these two that have the diagonal fold, and then these two should be just square. That is where you're going to glue the square. Here are your diagonal folds. Here's your solid square. You're going to put your solid square up to right there, like that. Okay, you're going to do the same thing over here. Okay, or over here, doesn't matter. You're going to, depending on how you want your paper coordination to go, that's how you would glue it. Okay, so then you put a little glue right there. You take this and glue the square right here. Like this. Okay, so now you have something that looks like this. When it closes up, this will come up like this to here. These two will fold back and go under. And then this one will come up like this. Okay. I think I explained how to do this better in my other video, because I'm taking time to do just this instead of the whole thing. So I'll post a link to that tutorial that I did down there so you can go look at it also. Okay, so in essence, you have two of your cones that are facing down. You see your two hills, and then, or you have two valleys, I guess, and a hill like that. And then it closes like that. It's like an accordion. Okay, so then you have this. Okay, now that that's done, you're going to take your squares, and you have 4 solid squares here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to decide which ones. I think I sent you 5 squares, so you decide which ones you want. I threw an extra one in for those oops. Okay, so decide which colors and what you want where. All right, and then just glue them down. Make sure that they are within the creases. You may have to trim a little. You see, like I should have trimmed a little bit off of that one. You may need to trim right there. See? You may need to trim a little bit off so that they stay within your 3-inch square. Like that. Let's see. Okay, right there. So just let me go ahead and trim all these. Okay. I love this one. It's got the music notes. This one is not cardstock. It's a little bit heavier than paper, but it's not cardstock. But I liked it a lot, so I threw it in there. Okay. I hope you like the color selections I sent you. Okay, so see, it starts taking shape really quick, and you can put pictures on each one of these. Now, your square, now this thing that we made first, remember it? You're going to take it, and you can put it on any of your triangles. I want to put it on the center one. So you have 1, 2, you have 1, and this second one, your second row right here, top, is where I'm going to put mine. And I am going to get it to go like this. So I'm going to, you see how it glues down on the page itself like this? I'm going to adhere this to that triangle right there. And for that, I'm going to use a little bit heavier tape just because that piece is a little bit heavier than the rest. So I'm going to use some score tape. Right here. And I know you all tear with your hands. I just can't do that. I must be the weakest person around. I just have a lot of problems cutting with my fingers. I saw a video and this lady was saying, I just love score tape because look what you can do. You can tear it. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm weak. Just a little tiny thing. And I'm skipping a hop from being an Amazon. I'm a big gal. And I can't tear it. Okay. So, okay. So this is going to fit right here like this. Make sure that your line right here is well within your crease line, because your book needs to be able to fold. Because if you don't, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. It's not going to fold. Okay. So there you go. So that's there. So now you have this square and this, oh, these two triangles where you can put something. But I'm going to have mine do this instead of the other way. So it's like this, and then this little page is going to open like this. This is going to open like that. You have that, and then it's still going to do this for right there. Okay? So it just gives you added space. All right, now, for all my other little triangles, I'm just going to put them strategically where I think that they would look good. Like I think that that red really brings out those polka dots right there. So I'm going to do that right there. And I have another red one that I think would look good. No, looks better on the black. Well, that's too close to that one, so let me see what I have here. And I believe I gave you enough of these to put on all your, God, my tummy is growling. You'd think I hadn't eaten all day. No, that's too close to the gray. I'm going to put that one there, and I'll put this one here like this. Okay, so before I glue those, let's put our little tags together, which I don't even know where my little tags are going to go yet. But you got two little pre-cut tags and two little brads that we're going to. These little tags, you may have to cut and make them shorter. I don't know. It all depends how you want your book to look. I know I have another brad here somewhere. Here it is. Now what I did with my ribbon, I have this really neat hole punch that is really, I don't know if you can you see the, right there. See how little that is in there? I love it because it's perfect for brads. And please don't ask me where I got it because I have no idea. I've had that for years and years. But, you know, probably Walmart or Office Depot. Those are the places I go to. Okay. So these are going to be my your two tags. That hopefully you won't have as many problems as I'm having because you won't have these long nails to deal with. I don't know, maybe you will. Okay. So here are your two little tags. Now what I envisioned with them is I'm probably going to turn this way, like that. Put this one up here. I'm going to make this, I want them to fit in here. Because even if I fold my book like this, I'm thinking that they will fold with me. Will they? No, maybe not there. Maybe I'll put them down here. Okay, so I'm going to stick them down here. Okay. So let's go ahead and glue these down. Once again, you might have to do a little trimming. I don't glue that one. Okay, I'm gonna put a little more glue on top so I came up. Okay. Okay, so this one is the one that I want to, I'm going to use a little hot glue just to give it a little lift. And I'm just going to put glue across the bottom. And I'm going to put this one right here. And I'm not going to push it down just so it dries with a little lift to it. So that when I stick my tag in it, it'll have just that little lift that I need. I may need to come up a little bit more glue right here. Just a little bit. Don't push down so your glue doesn't sip like this. There. Okay, so now my little tag will fit in there. And I'm thinking that it'll still fold there. Nice. And we'll put the other tag. I think we'll put both tags in here. Just like that. And I am going to have to glue this all the way down because it's causing problems. Okay. Let's put this other piece down. Okay. So now you have this right here. It has a little booklet within itself. You have all these other spots. You have this right here that has two tags, two little mini baby tags for you to use. And now you can either, use your shaders and shade everything down. Now the embellishment part. I just love the butterflies. Of course, you all know that. And I'm going to put this butterfly down here, but I'm only going to glue part of its wings down so you can still put like a photo or something. Underneath it. And I know the butterfly has nothing to do with Twilight, but I like butterflies. Okay. And these right here, they're a little big for this project. So what I did is I trimmed them. I trimmed them into smaller, more workable pieces. And where to put. Come on, cut this one out. I think I'm going to put a little flower right here. And it'll be really easy to say, oh, I want to put this here and that there. And remember that this book has to close, okay? So you can't put that flower there because it's coming up here. So when you fold it, it's going to really ruin your flower. So your flowers have to go like smack in the center of something or pushed up high enough that it's not interfering. You can fold your flower just to give it a hint of a flower there, which I think is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the red one. Just like this. And glue that down inside the whole square. And take a little glue on the inside to help it glue down. And then right here. Just like that. And I think I'm going to put this cute little thing inside of it. Just like that. Just a little hint. Everything always looks so prettier in person. Now you have that little hearts. I'm going to put them somewhere you can really see them well. Put them over here. I'm going to glue one on top of the other. Like that. And then I'm only going to glue the side. Once again, I like to leave things open so that you can slide a picture behind it. Now you could be putting pictures of the Twilight characters on here, pictures of yourself so you remember how you felt when you went to see the movie, how you looked, which is, I think, what mine is going to be more about than anything is how the movie made me feel. I'm going to make little notations on maybe pictures that Crystal and I have been to see all the movies so far. Can't wait for part 1 to come out. Oh my goodness, so excited about that. Okay, I'm just taking out some of the glue before it completely dries. There. Can't even tell it's smooth enough. And see, everything fits nicely underneath everything that I'm putting on. And these are already very decorative, so I'm not going to put much on them. I do have a button as a heart that I think I'm going to put on top of my butterfly. Like that. Okay, so here you go. Okay, now for the top, now this is going to fold like this, and I have a few other things that I want to add to this, but you know, you can embellish at your own. Fold it in. This one needs a little bit more glue for it to be glued down. So I'll take my glue gun on there, push it down. Yeah, and don't forget your 2 little tags. Go right in here, like this. So you have it. Now, you have these 2 pieces right here, and they're a little bit bigger than your book. So it's going to look like this, okay? So this is what we're going to do to cover it. Make sure, look on the inside, that when you put this, that it is centered, so when you open it, it does look like it's framed, centered nicely on the inside. But before you do that, let's get us some ribbon. Okay. That's enough. So how much is this? So I used about 23 inches, and all this is in your kit. I've got 2 of these. They're about 22, 23 inches long. Now you're going to glue this from side to side here. Well, make sure, see how your book opens like this? Make sure that the ribbon is not this way, but this way, where it opens. Okay? You want it glued here, and you want it about halfway. So as much as hangs on this side needs to hang on this side. That's a good rule of thumb right there. And let's just tape this down really quick, just to hold it right there. Okay, now is that enough? Yeah. Okay, you're going to do the same on the other side, on the back side. So just lay your ribbon down. And this piece of tape right here is just to hold it temporarily. Right there. Okay. All right. Now you're going to take this, one of your chipboard pieces, and I'm not going to cover it because it's already black. You can. I sent extra sheets of paper for you to cover it if you needed to cover it. I'm just going to add a piece of, and I also, you know, the extra, excuse me, I actually send an extra one for you to put here as decorative. You can use it. So just make sure that you use some really strong tape for that because that is the cover. Now, don't put your tape all the way to the top because remember, you're going to have a little seam all the way around it. So put your tape about 1/4 inch down. From the top and the bottom. Okay, and what I do to make sure that this is going to have good adhesion, I add a little bit of glue to the cover itself and on top of this ribbon. Okay, just like that. Where's my lid? Okay, now put this in here. This is a little bit tougher than it looks. Let's open it up. Make sure that this is right there. Make sure that you center it nicely from there. Okay, so like that. Okay. Let's do the same to the other side. Put just some glue on here. Oops. And you want to make sure that it's centered with the other one and got everything going on just right. So here you go. That is how it is, right? Now, this is how you're going to bind this book. Tie cute little bow here. And a cute little bow on this side. Just like that. So you have your little Twilight book. Now, on the front of this book, now you can make sure that you get your glue all the way to the edges because this is the front, and if these little things lift, they'll tear. So get nice and sticky. Let's make sure this is the top. I'm really good at messing things up like that. No, see, it's the bottom. This is the top. Right here. Okay. So, there you go. And then you do have the word Bitten that you can put on there and put you some, stick it up, put some flowers, maybe add a few little hearts tucked in on the side, put the bling in there somewhere, and just decorate it. Do your thing, work your magic. And that is how my little Twilight inspired book came out. So once again, for those that ordered the kit, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed making that, and stay tuned for my next book. I have another one coming out. It's a lot bigger. Okay. Thank you all. Bye.